Hi, thanks for watching. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can increase your website's ranking and search results to get on the first page of Google, the search volume and traffic that these sites get, as well as the amount of new leads that would be coming directly to your business when ranked. So what I've done is just a search for commercial painters, and I've taken the top two companies as well as your website, and I put them all into this tool that I use, and it shows me all the information that Google finds when it crawls your site that it uses to determine your ranking and search results, and then rates its strength and trust on a scale of 1 to 100. So as you can see just from some of these numbers, why these websites are ranking on top of yours, but let me go into a little bit further detail on what these numbers mean and how you can improve yours. Now, when Google is looking to determine how to rank a website, it uses two factors. The first is the authority or trust that it has in your site, which is basically a popularity contest. Now, this authority is gained when other domains or websites refer back to yours by creating a link. This acts as an endorsement that Google uses to build trust because others are vouching for you. So to give you a quick example, if say the local news station did an article saying the top 10 best painting contractors in Jacksonville, and in that article the reader could click on a link and it would bring them to your website, that would be considered one backlink from one referring domain. Now there are a lot of different types of websites that can link back to yours, including blogs, editorials, guest posts, press releases. However, one strong and very important type is what's called a citation. Now, a citation is any time that your name, address, and phone number appear in an online directory. Those include Yelp, Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau. They're usually always free. It just takes some time to find them, register your business, and then input the information exactly as it's shown in Google. So as you can see, based on the number of websites that are linking back to these companies, why the Google is trusting them a little bit more. But there's just something to note here is it's not just about the number or the quantity of these websites, it's also the quality. So certain websites are more spammy than others and not trustworthy. So we need to be finding highly authoritative links from websites that are trusted, but they're also got to be relative to the services that you offer in your service industry. So that way they transfer that trust to your website. Now, I know looking at some of these numbers might be a little astounding that, trying to get over 2,000 websites to link back to yours, but like I said, it's not just about the quantity, it's the quality. So they only have 213, 10% of them that are actually strong enough to create what's called a do follow, meaning that the trust from the website follows the link back to them. So there's definitely ways to compete with these websites. The second factor for ranking your website is the content on your page. Now, if we take a look in here, these are the keywords and phrases that are being typed into Google search, as well as the volume, the number of times per month they're being searched. So this is where we do a little bit of research to try to find the highest volume keywords relative to the services that you offer in the areas that you service, and make sure that those are being found and ranked properly on your website. So if we just take one, for example, painting Jacksonville, Florida, that's being searched 600 times a month. Right now, you're in the 38th position, which is going to put you in the fourth page of Google. If you're on the first page, these 600 people will be seeing your website. And then we're usually very conservative, and Google Analytics says about 10% of total search volume becomes a lead. So that's a potential of 60 new leads to your business every month. Now, depending on the close rate and also obviously the profit margin per job varies, but you can see how the sheer volume of leads coming into the business every month can definitely add up to some revenue at the end of the year. And that's just for one keyword phrase. Then we repeat that same process for all the highest volume keywords, making sure that those are properly ranked so that way all that traffic and all those leads are coming directly to you. Now, there is a formula that Google uses to find these keywords on your site. So if we take a look at the site here, it's good that we have information right at the top. It does look like it's a little bit of an older build website. And what we're going to want to do is update it, especially because nowadays most people who are searching are on a mobile device. So we want to what's called mobile optimize the website. So any kind of phone number, we want to make it click to call so that way they can just push on the screen and it'll automatically put the phone number into their dialer. So all they have to do is hit send. Same thing with any kind of emails or anything that you have. We want to put that as close to the top of the screen as possible so they don't have to navigate it. And then that can automatically put their email or whatever email you want right into their server and they can just hit send as well. But the biggest problem that I'm seeing is there just isn't a whole lot of content on the page. The reason that's an issue is Google doesn't care what the layout of the website looks like. It's just going to come in and being a computer, it's going to count all the words of text on the page. Now, it's generally looking for a minimum of about 1,500 keywords on a homepage because it assumes that the more information you have, the more of an expert you are, and then the more likely it is to recommend you in search results. Now, while it's counting the words, it's also searching for those keywords, so any of the services you offer or any locations. But this is where the amount of, or the number of words on the page really comes into play, because you're only allowed to have one of those keywords for every 150 words of text on the page. So the more services or locations or keywords in general that you want to be found for means the more content that would have to be added to the page to support it. Furthermore, whatever keyword you're trying to get picked up for or ranked, the 150 words of context of content have to actually talk about and point back to that keyword and be relative to the keyword in order for Google to qualify it. So if you're trying to rank for floor and wall coating, then you want to make sure that all the content is about floor and wall coatings. So if we go back to the search results, the first thing that's always going to show up is what's called the Google Map Pack. Now, this is a pretty important area to try to get into because a lot of traffic comes to these top 3 sites since they're just listed right at the top of the page. Now, to be listed in here is free. You just need to fill out and then optimize your Google business profile, which is part of the Maps app, so you can do it right from a smartphone. You want to fill out as much information as you possibly can. So all your services, the areas that you service, even the hours of operation. Then you get 750 characters for a business description that you want to use all of that, even put some keywords in there. You want to get photos that are geotagged and located from within your service area, as well as posts onto your Google profile on a regular basis. Try to collect as many reviews as you can, and then you want to get as many of those citations, your name, address, and phone number. You want to appear in more directories than anybody else on this list. So then underneath that, this is what we call the organic search results. This is where the more authority or trust that Google has in your site, the higher up in the list that you're going to rank. So this is where getting more of those links or referrals from other websites will help you climb and outrank the competition. Then once your site is ranked, you'll be getting all that search volume and all those leads coming directly to your business. So I hope this information was helpful and it shows you how you can scale some of your online presence to create some more leads and more business. But please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or if you'd like to go into any further details. We could talk about some of your goals for the business, and then we could do some research on our end to find out what it would take for you to reach those. And always, we appreciate getting feedback just to see if this information was useful for you. So please let us know what you thought. Thanks, and I appreciate your time.